Myohippus, I believe, is the actual species name.
So these were related to elephants and rhinos, but they were carnivores.
Yep.
That's interesting.
So they found all this complete like this?
No, they found They put those skeletons together.
Right.
These are castings that we have, and the original bones are at one of those 3 museums that I mentioned before.
Did they find the full skeletons? Were they like full intact?
Pretty close. The theory is behind the hills was an oxbow lake, was a watering hole.
Okay.
And the theory was that as it was the only water in the area, and as the critters would come in, they would drink, and then they would eat the grasses and the vegetation that grew out from it. And as the environment is changing, it's getting hotter, it's getting drier, those grasses aren't growing back. So they're going further and further from the watering hole to eat, and then having to come back to drink.
Yeah.
And it gets to a point where they can't go out and get back fast enough, and the watering hole is still muddy. So they don't have the strength to kind of get out of the mud.
So they would just die of dehydration.
And then sink into the mud and get stuck there. And then these guys also doubled as scavengers, or so they think, because they're kind of like a modern pig. They'll eat anything they get.
Yeah.
And they would come in to get them, and these guys can weigh up to a ton.
Wow.
And just
So they probably didn't chase down a lot of predators then.
Right.
I mean, a lot of prey.
I'm from New York City. I've seen you guys in the AMNH there.
Yeah, we were in New York. We didn't do the history museum though in New York, did we?
It is. They are tough to find. Like it's right outside. It's on the 4th floor. It's right outside like the cafe where people eat. So people are lined up to get like hot dogs and sodas in front of like all that stuff. So
Great.
you had to really look for it.
So we're at Agate Fossil Beds National Monument, and because of the COVID, their visitor center and their gift shop and everything are closed, and so they just have a little outside display. Hopefully you caught the ranger talking about much of what they had here, and I guess we can still see some burrows from some beavers slash groundhogs, but that's pretty much limited. They dug a lot of stuff out, and apparently they have so much stuff still to go through they stopped digging here. Hey, please subscribe to our channel. Just hit that subscribe button, hit that little bell, and you'll get notification when we add another video to it. And this is Agate Fossil Beds. Looks like they got some pretty cool stuff out of here. So you saw pictures on the trailer of what they pulled out. at Scotts Bluff in Nebraska. Let's see if we can find some of the other chimney rock somewhere. Anyway, again, the visitor centers here are not open because of COVID, but we got quite the view up here and we'll share that with you. Also, subscribe, hit that bell. Okay, so Chimney Rock is out there in the distance. Right there. You see? Right there, Chimney Rock. That was used as a landmark for lots of people for ages. And if I want to pause it on this video, you can read this. God, it's in your face.
Good. See at the end of this, the end of this, the end of.
So we're gonna go to the overlook, the north overlook. Oh, did I already ask you to subscribe? If you haven't yet, subscribe. You're now standing on the summit of Scotts Bluff, but each year a little more of it erodes away. In 1933, the top of the middle survey post in front, right there, that was level with the rock. So you wouldn't see it from here like we do right now. It's like looks almost a foot since 1933. One by one, the grains of sand that make up this rock break off and then blow away. Given time, this whole bluff will be gone, I guess. So the top of this is about over 4,000 feet. Not to the bottom here, but at 4,000 feet from sea level. And the drive up here, you'll find the only 3 tunnels in the entire state of Nebraska. Now, if we look off in the distance over here, you will see, well, storm clouds, and that's Wyoming off in the distance. Can't even read this. So this is one of the landmarks for the Mormon and the Oregon Trail. So right down there is where the wagons cross between the 2 bluffs. Directly ahead of us there is the Mormon and Oregon Trail, the actual trail.